Alright guys, so I got my motor set back plates installed. You probably saw that video. And everything turned out great on that. And today I went parts hunting, and I'll show you what I got. It's kind of cool. Got a good deal on some stuff. But after I did that, came back here to the shop, I started working on this old truck. I got the cab set down back on the frame after putting the motor in and locking it in place. And I've been working on this floor pan. Let me show you what I did. I think it looks pretty good. You guys tell me. All right, let's check it out. Let me get my extension cord over here. So we can plug in a light so you can see better. All right, try to do this one-handed. Hold on a second. I want to make it so you can see. There we go. All right. So here's my floor pan now after I modified it. So I took that piece that I told you had that ridge in it, and I welded it in solid, and then I passed a little piece in right there to fill that little hole. And then I got, if you guys remember on my past videos, I had some metal from my neighbor that was made from old desks or old cabinets that they got from a business that closed or something. Nice heavy steel, and it's got a nice lip on it. There's a lip down. Oh, there's a lip down here under there, and nice heavy steel. So I cut a piece of that out, and I put the lip on the bottom so it looked nice. And then I just kept trimming it slowly until I got it to clear the transmission. As you can see, it cleared the transmission pretty well. And then I took this piece here that goes over the transmission. Oh, and by the way, this transmission, when I put it in here, when I moved it back an inch, it's close, but it's not touching. So it's going to be okay. And you'll see the way I designed this thing too. So this is the piece that goes, covers that hole in the floor. I took the same piece of that desk steel or whatever it was from that business, from them cabinets, and I cut it. I had a piece that was cut in a rectangle about the size of this. So I marked it in the middle, and I put it in a vise, and I bent it just a little bit, and then I laid it on top of this. Then I flipped this over and marked it with a marker on the other side, and then I cut it about a half an inch or a quarter inch inside that mark, and then I welded it. I welded it on top of this plate, so that way it comes up just a little bit, and it gives me just a tiny bit of a transmission hump there. I can lay carpet in here, but I'm going to put a sound deadener in here, and it's going to have carpet with backing on it. So by the time all that crap gets put in here, it's going to be sitting real well, looking real good. So I'm not worried about that. I think that turned out great. I'm real happy with it. And I took a couple pieces of steel, and I took one piece, and it was a straight piece, and I put it up here and welded it, and then I cut it in the middle, and then I flipped it over, because when I cut it, the cut was at an angle, so I flipped it over, and it made it go that way. So then I welded a second piece in there, and then I just took my grinder and I rounded that off, made it look nice. Well, I think that turned out real good. I got to put this floor piece in, but I also got to raise this cab up and clean up the back side of this thing. I got to work on that tonight, welding that up. But I wanted to show you that real quick and show you how it turned out. So once I get this up in the air and back off the frame, I should be able to fix all this on the back side. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning and POR and stuff, because I got a bunch of stuff I need to POR. And once I get all that done, then I will bolt this thing down permanently, and we will set the cab back down on the frame, hopefully for the last time. So it's looking good. All right, now let me show you what I got today. I got a pretty good deal. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for a gas tank on this thing. This thing originally had a gas tank on the passenger side. Well, I mean, this didn't, this S10, but this truck, back it up a little bit. This truck here originally had the gas tank on the passenger side, and it was, the fill tube was over there, okay? Well, you can't use that original gas tank on this thing because there's too much stuff in the way. And so I was thinking I could probably put maybe a fuel cell back in here somewhere, and have the opening in the in the coming up through the floor. I didn't really like that idea. I don't think Bo liked it much either. So I did a little bit of research, and come to find out that actually the S10 gas tank, the one that goes on this side here, you know, bolts to the frame and goes up underneath this cross member, it should fit on this side. So I'm hoping it will. And today I called my friend Wayne, who sold me this drive shaft, and that seat over there that I'm going to put in this truck after it's reupholstered. Well, I'm going to put it in there before it's reupholstered, but it's going to get reupholstered to match the truck. But anyhow, he sold me that seat and this drive shaft, and I got a hold of him and said, hey man, I need a gas tank, and I need everything that goes with it. I need the lines, I need the fill tube, I need everything, because I have nothing. This truck was a drag truck, and they took all that stuff out and threw it away, so I don't have any of it. And he's like, man, I said, I got a truck out there. He's got like 10 S10s. He said, I got a truck out there that I think is got a good tank on it, and I'm pretty sure it's got a fairly new sending unit, fuel pump in it, assembly. And I said, well, what do you want for it? And he said, I'll take $150. And so I went out there today, and I snagged me up all the fuel lines, all the way from the tank to the engine. I even got the fuel filter in there, and the brake line, the rear brake line, which I don't have on this truck because they took it off too. I got the rear brake line going all the way to the front cross member. Got that. Got the strap. I even got this. This is the vent tube for the rear axle. And here's that sending unit that was in this tank. And as you can see, it is looking almost brand new, very close to it. I hooked it up to 12 volts and it came on, ran just fine. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to use it as is. And here's the tank. I got the fill tube and all that stuff. And inside the tank's nice and clean. So, you know, I mean, you got to realize this came off a 1988 truck. So it's what, 25 years old, something like that, you know. Well, now it's more than that because it's just 2024. So it's almost 35 years old. And it's, you know, I mean, it's got a little bit of rust right there, but other than that, it's nice and clean. I even got the bracket to go with it. And of course, I got the strap for the back. So I got everything I need to put this gas tank in with. So tomorrow, I'm going to be cleaning all this and making it look nice so I can put it in the truck. And once I get this cab off the frame, then I want to get this stuff painted and fit it, and hopefully it'll go. And I'm not sure how much clearance I'm going to have. So I measured from the frame to the bottom of that lip right there, and it's 5.5, it's kind of a sloppy writing there, 5.5 inches from the frame to the bottom of the lip. So I'm hoping, because the gas tank goes underneath the cab, I'm hoping it'll clear. If it does, then we're golden, we're good to go on that. And yeah, that's going to help us out a lot, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do for a gas tank. So we got that now. All right, guys. So I'll make a short video when I'm done with the firewall on this thing, but I gotta lift the cab off the frame tonight and move this frame forward, and then I'll work on the front firewall side of that, and then tomorrow I can start, you know, cleaning up and painting everything. And like I said, we will hopefully get this cab cleaned up, painted, and get that cover bolted down permanently to the floorboard, and then we can put this cab back on the frame for the final time, and then we can start, you know, putting on the bed. I got to put in the steering column and the brake master cylinder and all that, and I got to hook up the brakes. But we're getting there. It's getting there. We're moving along. So, you know, I still got to do the radiator in front too. I haven't done that yet. But actually, I'm waiting on a radiator support because I don't have one. So, well, I had one, but it was old and damaged, and I don't have the little eyebrow pieces that go out from it and bolt to the fenders, and they don't sell those by themselves. So I just bought a new one, because it was damaged anyhow, and it wasn't that expensive. Actually, I think Classic Industries had a sale last week where they were giving you free shipping on most of their items. You know, if you bought something big, you didn't get free shipping, but that was free shipping. So and they're in California, so I got it shipped in California all the way out here for nothing. And I got a really good price on it. I was looking online, and they were a couple $100 more than what I paid for it through them. For some reason, they were cheaper than everybody else. So I bought it with them and got free shipping. So it should be here in a day or so. So once I get the cab back on the frame and get all this fuel system put in here, then I can put the bed on. Then we'll start working with the front, getting the front. I got to put the bumpers on. I got to figure that out. And we will continue working. So I'll make a short video of this firewall when I'm done so we can see what that looks like, see how that turned out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back in a little bit after I get this done. Bye. All right, guys, it's 2:30 in the morning again, and I've been working late, but we got this firewall and floor pan looking pretty good. So let's take a look at that. But before we do, I am happy to say that I was kind of worried that this gas tank wasn't going to clear the cab. But if you guys are doing this swap and you're wanting to know, well, at least if you're doing the 5-inch cab setup, you know, if you're dropping everything down, then you might have problems. I don't know. I mean, I've probably got a good 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of clearance between it, just eyeballing it from the top of the tank to the cab mount. So I got plenty of room. So that cab mount's going to fit in there just fine. And of course, there you go, Bo. You wanted your filler neck on the side. I'm going to have to, yawning because I'm tired. I'm going to have to modify this thing a little bit, but I think I can make it work, buddy. I think you're going to have a filler neck right there where you want it. So it's going to look pretty good when we're done. And of course, we got the new fuel pump there. I kind of stuck the lines in there temporarily. You can see them in there. I got to change some stuff and work some stuff around, but everything's going to fit fine. I'm really happy with it. It's looking real good. The cab is now, as far as I know, done, other than doing some touch-up work on the here's the firewall section. Here's the outside of it. And it's real nice because this metal that I use from them cabinets, it had a lip right here. And I didn't even know it when I welded it in, but that lip actually, on this side, it lined up perfectly with the lip, the factory lip. And on this side here, it was up here. But the good thing about it is it was a double lip. It came out and then it came up. So I just took the upper lip and bent it down and straightened it out with a body hammer, and then I used the lip that was left and attached it to that lip. And this one here, I just cut the other lip off, and I only used one lip, but this one here, I used both of them. I just flattened one of them out. But I mean, the firewall looks great. I think it turned out real nice. You know, obviously I got to do some POR touch up on it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of painting tomorrow. I'm planning on painting all that. I'm going to go over the frame. Anything that's bare metal on the frame is going to get POR'd. I got some inner fenders up there I want to put POR on. I don't know. I got some stuff here. I can't remember what all I got to do, but I got some stuff I got to get done. So once we get all that done tomorrow, then we should be able to drop the cab on the frame and mount it up permanently, and then start bolting everything up. I got to get that one. Oh yeah, I want to clean that tank up and probably put. I don't know if I'm going to POR it because it's kind of it's a tank, and it's, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just paint it with spray paint. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I got to get it outside and power wash it, clean it all up. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. But anyhow, so basically the cab is done now. So this is probably going to be my last cab episode. And the next thing would be, you're not going to want to watch me paint. I mean, watching people paint is not exciting at all. So I won't make you watch me paint. But the next thing you're probably going to see is me. I'm going to drop the cab on, and then I'm going to drop the bed on. I got to take the bed apart to POR. There's nothing out of it POR. I got to take the bed apart, and like I said, all the surfaces that touch each other, I want to rough them up with Scotch-Brite and then POR them. So, oh geez, so we don't have to worry about anything rusted in the future for a while. I want this truck to be nice for a long time. So I'm going to do the extra work and take that bed back apart again and POR it, and then put it back together again, then put the cab on the frame, put the bed on the frame, start bolting fenders on. I got to get the front rear bumpers figured out, and then we're going to start working on the front end, get the front end put on this thing, get steering column and brakes in, and fire it up and take it to the paint shop and get it painted. So I got 3 weeks from yesterday to get this done. So I'm trying to work as many hours as I can to get this done. So I'm doing the best I can here, Bo, but things are looking good. Should be starting to go together here real quick the next couple of days. By the end of this weekend, we should be starting to put parts on this truck and really getting moving as far as putting it together. So I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Leave a comment, whether you like what I do or whether you don't. You know, I can take the good and the bad. I'm cool with it. And, you know, send me a like if you like it. And, you know, let me know what you think, guys. All right, I got to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to yawn again here in a second. So, sorry. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.